Las Vegas Sayadaw Adhipati. Let's go to Adhipati. This means predominance. We have 4 kinds of Adhipati, or dominating factors. They include Chandadipati, and so on. When we do Patana chanting, you may recognize that we say Adhipati Patiya. Adhipati is compared to a king. As the sole heir of the estate, no one is higher than the king. This is like Adhipati. When we studied Indriya, faculty, we talked about it having controlling power. As such, Indriya is compared to a king's minister. It's lower than the king. When someone becomes a minister, he has control over his ministry, right? Nowadays in the US, the president looks like Adhipati, and the ministers look like Indriya. In those days, they compared Adhipati to a king. But we can't do that these days. Why? Nowadays, some kings have no powers, right? A king might be a king, but he can't rule anything. In America, the president is the top, right? He's the sole heir of the estate. But in some countries, the president has no power. Instead, the prime minister might have the power. Or perhaps neither the president nor the prime minister have power, and some other person controls everything. Maybe a general is in charge. See how it depends on the policy of the nation? But in those days they compared Adhipati and Indriya to a king and his ministers, respectively. This is very clear, right? The king is the top, like Adhipati, and the king's ministers are like Indriya. They can only control their respective ministries without interference from others. Like, eye sensitivity is called Indriya, right? What does it control? Eye sensitivity controls its coexisting rupa. We have the eye decad, right? Eye sensitivity just controls the coexisting 9 kinds of rupa. It also has controlling power over seeing. Ear sensitivity cannot come and interfere with seeing, right? Nowadays, in politics, we have figures like foreign ministers. They have power over their respective departments. Other ministers cannot come and interfere. So this is how we make the distinction between Adhipati and Indriya. We have 4 kinds of Adhipati or dominating factors. 1. Chandadipati 122 Misaka Sangaha. This is intention or wish to do. The reality is Chanda, cognition or desire. It's one kind of mental factor. This Chanda is a dominating factor. 2 Adhipati cannot exercise supreme authority simultaneously. Only one can. When one of these 4 is Adhipati, the others just follow. This is the first of the 4 Adhipati. 2 cannot be Adhipati at the same time. One country is not supposed to have 2 presidents with equal power, right? We can't have 2 kings. Anyhow, the reality is Chanda. Chanda is a little harder to memorize. Chanda associates with how many types of consciousness? Normally, it associates with 69 types of consciousness. But here, it just associates with 52 types of jhana. In other words, we're talking about Chanda, which associates with 52 jhana. How many jhana do we have? We have 55 types. What are the 3 that we're excluding? We exclude the 2 types of dosamulacita and the 1 type of smile-producing consciousness. The Chanda that associates with the remaining 52 jhana is called Chandadipati. 2. Viryadipati. This is energy, or effort. Its reality is Viryachetasika, which normally associates with 73 types of consciousness. Here, though, it just associates with the same 52 types of jhana as Chandadipati. 3. Chittadipati. This is mind or thought. The reality is chitta, but not all citta. Cittadipati associates with 52 jhana. We exclude the 2 types of moha mula chitta and the 1 type of smile-producing consciousness. 4. Vimamsadipati. This is reason, or intellect. This is wisdom, right? The reality is amoha. Amoha mostly associates with 47 types, but here it only associates with the 34 types of Tyatuka jhana. What are they? We have 8 types of beautiful, wholesome consciousness, though only 4 of them are jnana sampayutta. Among Kamavakara Titta, we also have 8 types of great functional consciousness, with 4 types that are Jnana Sampayutta. That's a total of 123 Las Vegas Sayadaw 8 types of consciousness that are Jnana Sampayutta. We also have 26 types of Apana Jhavana. In total, that's 34 types, which we call Tihetuka Jhavana. These 4 types of Adhipati are very important. Whatever you do, even worldly affairs, will not succeed if you don't have strong desire, strong effort, strong mind, and wisdom. See that? If one of these is lacking, you can't succeed. We have to fulfill Adhipati. Especially when you practice meditation, you must have Chandadipati, or wish to do. You should have the wish. I want to gain enlightenment. You need to have strong desire, right? You also need to have strong energy. You can't care what happens to your life or body. You try hard. You need a strong mind. Even if something disturbs you, you can't care. And you need wisdom. You study, you practice, and then you can succeed in attaining your goal. When we set a fire with straw, it burns temporarily, then is gone. But when someone sets a fire with branches, it burns for a long time. We can compare what we're talking about here with a straw fire and a branch fire. Usually, when someone does something, they start out with strong intention, strong energy, and a strong mind. But they quit later. This is like a temporary straw fire. It burns very high at first, but is temporary. But branch fires burn for a long time. Burning, burning, burning. We should be like this. Whatever you do, if you don't have strong intention, so many things will come to disturb you until you quit. You get discouraged, right? So we need to have strong desire, strong effort, strong mind, and strong wisdom. If you have Adhipati, you will succeed in whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever your goal. Think about your own situation. Whether it's in your business or in your meditation, what kinds of Adhipati do you lack if you haven't succeeded yet? Maybe desire, maybe energy, maybe a strong mind, or maybe wisdom. So what do you need? Maybe all 4, or perhaps 2 or 3 of them. We need to have these Adhipati. 124.